Welcome back, everybody. Get out! Out of the way! I know it looks like I said that, but I didn't. Wait, please! Don't take my goods! Alright, I could run after that, or I could run down here and heal up my Pokemon and buy more Pokeballs. I'm gonna buy more Pokeballs first. And dang it, I don't quite have enough to buy 15 Pokeballs, but I'll buy 14. How may I serve you? Buy Pokeball... 14. And now I have pretty much no money again, but that's alright. Now that I've got a level 16 Marshtomp, I can pretty much handle anything on that path above, even if they're grass types. And I know that seems counterintuitive because Marshtomp is now part ground type, which means he's even more susceptible to grass types than he was before. But the good thing is that Marshtomp also has increased attack power, so he'll probably be able to kill them off before they're even able to do anything. Now before I go and help that guy, again, normally this is not me, I don't typically do this, but I want to take the time out to grab healing items now, because I'm not buying healing items, and later on I'll be very glad I had these super potions. They tweaked stuff again, so that fresh water, which normally restores 50 hit points, now restores 30, for example, and super potions, which normally restore 50, now restore, I think, 70. So... They just love to tweak stuff. Oh, it's you! You're that fantastic trainer who helped me in Petalburg. Help me! I was robbed by Team Aqua. I have to get those goods back. If I don't, I'm gonna be in serious trouble. You know, this is like one of the most incompetent employees I've ever seen. Criminals or no criminals. I mean, my Pokemon Drool, check him out. This guy is supposed to have some sort of competence in transferring goods. If they know that there's a criminal problem around here, why would they go and send a guy who has nothing to defend himself with to transfer a bunch of important goods? Especially if it's Devon Corporation, or Devon Corporation, or however you pronounce it. They can afford it. Mr. Devon is filthy rich. Alright, I didn't think that Machop would get knocked out in one hit. Low kick. See, look at how little damage I took with the level 16 Marshtomp. That could actually hurt a whole lot if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, yeah, defeated Youngster Joey. Oh, scrape. If you had Torchic as your starter and you were trying to make it a... Oops. If you're trying to make it a Combuskin, you'd have to go through this area first, and your Torchic would just have to suffer through all these various Pokemon. About this area, by the way. The devs, like I say, like changing stuff, and so this is where you can catch an Eevee. I don't know if we're going to run into one, I kind of doubt it to be honest, but if we do, I'm not even going to bother, because they are a pain to catch in a Pokeball. I think the catch rate is what, like 4%, maybe 12%? Alright, let's tackle this Nincada. It should have a pretty good defense, and hopefully this won't knock it out. Oh, okay, yeah, that won't knock it out. I'm actually glad I ran into this Nincada, by the way, because it can learn Flash and Cut, and both of those are the first two HMs that I get, so he's actually going to come in pretty good handy. Let's throw a Pokeball there. How's the Pokedex looking? 11 Pokemon. Can't really do anything with 11, but once I get to 20, I can get an Everstone from an Oaksaid. And Everstones are useful in the trade link. I'm going to be getting more into the... Ooh, Naughty Nature. That's not bad. Ugh. But look at these IVs. You know, if you could have a maximum of 31 in stats, 2... These aren't bad, I guess, but... Blech. I guess it doesn't matter if that thing was going to evolve into a... what are those ghost thingies called? Shedinja, that's it. Alright, I know I don't have to fight this bug catcher, but there was a little thing on the ground I wanted to pick up, and all he has is an Nincada anyway, so it'll be good experience. Anyway, Eevee in this area. I don't know what the catch rate is, but I have a distinct memory of throwing like 20 Pokeballs in a row at one Eevee and not being able to catch it. Of course, if you do end up catching an Eevee here, technically you could go to the Kanto region and just catch an Eevee, or get a free Eevee there anyway, but it's going to be like automatically, if you care about IVs, it's going to be totally neutral 15-15-15 all the way through. Like, that's not a coincidence. The developers started you with a starter Pokemon that is totally average. Well, if you're okay with having a totally average Eevee, more power to you, but I'm not going to mess with that. Plus, any Pokemon you receive as a gift in this game, ooh, Repel, I could use more of those. Any Pokemon that's a gift, you can't trade. So if you ever wanted to use it on a different account or sell it online or something, you wouldn't be able to do that. Oh, speaking of selling, dang it, a Shroomish. You are able to trade with other people in this game. Man, this is going to be a pain. This is probably not going to knock him out in one hit, and then he's going to absorb and get like half his hit points back. I fell asleep! Oh, Effect Spore. Oh, man, what a pain. Alright, you know what? This is going to take too long. I'll be right back. Okay, so like I was saying, you could sell stuff to other trainers online, but, let's see, what is that called? Global Trade Link. See all these various things you could buy, and EVs sell at a pretty high premium, like 9,000, 9,500, 18,000, so pretty good prices, but you can't actually... Oh man, another Shroomish, dang it! Am I gonna fall asleep from this too? Okay. You can't actually use the link until you've gotten 4 badges. So, you know, you're pretty much on your own away from everybody else, unless you specifically trade with somebody else. Man, Shroomishes are annoying. Look at this. FX 4. I guess it could be... Critical hit! And he's getting to... This is the problem with relying on one Pokemon. I freely and openly admit that. If you run into one of your critical weaknesses, then it's a pretty hard counter. But early on, I'm going to try to get an Abra. So look at that. Even though I'm paralyzed, I still go before that thing. Don't have another Shroomish. Okay, it's a Lotad. I can deal with that. Fight. Tackle. I may have to use another potion out here. Oh, you have Absorb too? Dang it, I forgot about that. Down to 5. Hopefully I won't get paralyzed here. Okay, good, I didn't. Man, what a pain. So, unless you decide to trade with another trainer, and they've got a Pokemon within a level you can use, like in this case lower than 34, you're pretty much screwed. Let's see. Oh, dang it! If the tunnel blah blah, I'll just go over the top. I should have moved out of that hiker's way first. And now he saw me, and now he's going to use his Geodude to try to knock my Marshtomp out. Alright, so lesson learned. Whenever I end a battle, I have to immediately get out of the way of any other possible trainer. So, you know what? Let's let Poochyena absorb this blow here. Is he gonna knock Poochyena out in one hit? I hope not. He probably will, though. Oh, no he didn't. Alright. So, decoy strategy coming into effect. Let's give Marshtomp a potion. And I could have given him a super potion because it would have done more, but Marshtomp is going to pretty much need every super potion, and Alakazam as well, as the game wears on. Finally, we got to the cave with Mr. Briny. Oh, what am I to do? We were out on our walk, Pico and I, when we were jumped by an odd thug. The scoundrel made off with my darling Pico. Roar, Pico! I know, by the way, there was another Pokeball thingy back there, but I'm not worried about it. What, are you coming? Come and get some, then. I think that's an X accuracy, and I never use that. That hostage Pokemon turned out to be worthless, and to think I made this getaway. Hey, so you want to battle me? So, serious question, is Team Aqua trying to piss everybody off? Because basically, they sent a grunt with the weakest single Pokemon in order to, like, steal from this multi-million rich corporation. So it's biting me. Doggone it, the paralysis has got me. Unless this Mudshot one-hit KOs this Poochyena. Oh, paralysis, what a pain. Dang it, I'm gonna have to use that super potion after all. Man, that's annoying. Alright. I could probably hear a couple of you guys out in the audience saying, you know what? You wouldn't have had to use that super potion if you just brought along a different Pokemon in order to take the battle to this guy. Alright, things are going down. Marshtomp, come on out. But, hey, you know what? Abra's coming soon enough. Come on, Mudshot. Here's another problem. But between Bite and Paralysis effects, look at that. One-shot critical now that I've got my super potion wasted here. Once I've got my Abra, I'm going to be able to mix up my team a bit. The boss told me this would be a slick and easy job. All I had to do was steal a package from Devon. You want it so bad, take it. Ordered the Devon goods, or Devon goods. I'm going to call it Devon goods. Pico, am I glad you're safe? Pico is her life. They call me Mr. Briny, and you are? Ah, so you're PF Novels. I thank you. Now, if there's anything that troubles you, don't hesitate to call me. You can usually find my cottage at Petalburg Woods. So we actually passed by earlier for, like, the one person in the audience who didn't know that. Alright, back we go. I'm going to be spending a little bit of time in this grassland trying to catch a couple of new Pokemon. I know I got Nincada already, which is nice, but I do want to run into at least one more new Pokemon before I'm done with this area. And I can't believe it. I went through that cave, and there's supposed to be nothing but Whismur in there, or Whismur, and I didn't run into one thing in that cave. And I know I passed by a Pokeball, which was in fact a Pokeball, but I'm not worried about it. So, let's try to run away from this, if it'll let me. When you're paralyzed, I think that running away depends on your speed stat, and if you got a Pokemon that's low speed or paralyzed, there's a Whismur, then it's a real pain to try to run away. Man, this thing's level 5. I think one tackle from Marshtomp would be enough to knock this thing out. Right? I think. Boom. Yep. Alright, so I'm gonna skip a little bit ahead here. You know what, in the next video, I'll have a couple of new Pokemon, and they'll actually show up in my team. So you'll immediately be able to tell who are the new guys. I'll see you then.